The character of the governments in both countries are set, and therefore we can look to what I believe can be a positive and fruitful working relationship.
This is Labour MP Pat McFadden speaking on the Today programme about Trump winning the presidency in America. We're about to get to the rather thorny issue of all of the, as Amol Rajan is about to put it, rather fruity things Labour MPs have said about Trump and whether that will create a bad relationship between the two countries.
That is totally the spirit in which we respond to this result, the spirit in which the Prime Minister phoned President-elect last night, and where we'll go on from here.
But it is a bit of an issue, isn't it? I mean, the fact that Labour cabinet members have said pretty fruity, pretty rude things about Donald Trump in the past, you could sort of overcome by saying, well, it was one-off and that was a different world. But if we actually went through some of the things that people in the Labour cabinet have said, it is quite the litany. So David Lammy, Foreign Secretary, said Trump is not only a woman-hating, neo-Nazi sympathising sociopath, he's also a profound threat to the international order that has been the foundation of Western progress for so long. Wes Streeting, Trump is such an odious, sad little man. Imagine being proud to have that as your president. Steve Reed, not just a clown, but a dangerous clown, he said of Donald Trump. Lisa Nandy, welcome Donald Trump, human rights nightmare. And Keir Starmer, in 2018, humanity and dignity, two words not understood by President Trump. Now, I know you could say those are different words in a different context. People move on in politics. But Donald Trump's got a long memory, and that's a lot of very strong opinions by people who are now in the Labour cabinet.
Well, if it all worked on that basis, he wouldn't have had J.D. Vance as his running mate. His running mate is now the Vice President-elect, mused a few years ago about whether Donald Trump was the new Richard Nixon or America's Hitler. His biggest business backer, Elon Musk, was advising him to walk off into the sunset a couple of years ago. The truth is, if Donald Trump didn't speak to people who'd sort of said things like that, there would be a lot of people he wouldn't be speaking to, and he wouldn't have had the running mate that he has. I know you can read these things out, but the alliance between Britain and the United States is much more important than all that. It is so deep. It's based on real common interests in defence and security. It's really serious. It's really long-standing. And I think that for the next few years, with both elections now behind us, the duty for us is to work with the new president and his new administration, and we will do that in the interests of the United Kingdom, and I would argue in the interests of the world more broadly.
Click here for Political Custard's views on the Trump win.